I have with me today Monkey. That's what my daughter calls him. He's a child harness. And this is what I use when I go out in public with my daughter or when I go to places that she has the potential to get lost at. Has anybody ever seen one of these? Seen a kid in one of these? Mm-hmm. Does anybody have a negative thought about them? Okay, good. You're not the only one. We see, I see on a regular basis people who look at me kind of funny. They look at me weird. They even make comments like, "Why are you walking your daughter around like a puppy?" And it's because they don't understand. I use this for her protection. I use this to protect her. But a lot of people have a negative thought about it. My daughter wears something else that people look at negatively, and it's the label of autism. People look at that label negatively, and it's because there's a lack of understanding and a lack of awareness. So we need autism awareness. And today I'm going to talk to you about that. I'm going to talk to you about why we need autism awareness and things that you can do to be aware yourself and to help spread awareness to other people. Before my first speech, I got a chance to talk to a couple of you in the class and ask you about autism, ask you if you knew anything, ask you what your views are. And the majority of you in here said you knew very little about autism. Some people even make comments like, "I think autism is a form of mental retardation." Some people said that they think autistics should be isolated because they're violent. So those are the kinds of things that not only in our class but in our society people look at, and they view autism in that way. So that's the reason why we need autism awareness. Those kinds of thoughts and perceptions, they play out in everyday life in our society. For example, a popular radio show host by the name of Michael Savage was quoted as saying on ABCNewsGo.com, he was quoted as saying, "Autism is a fraud and a racket, and in 99% of the cases, it's just bratty kids who haven't been told to get the act together." I see that in my family. My family look at my children, look at my daughter, and they think that she just needs to be disciplined. They have no understanding of the challenges that she has. Autism awareness is important because people who are on the autistic spectrum are very vulnerable to be mistreated and assaulted. There's a little kid by the name of Alex who was in a public school in Florida just 2 years ago. And he was forced to stand before his kindergarten class and be voted out of his class by kindergartners. The teacher instructed the children to tell him why they voted him out. And they made comments to this little boy as he stood before the class like, "We hate him because he's disgusting. We hate him because he eats paper. We hate him because he eats crayons." Could you imagine being in a kindergarten class where a teacher actually instructs children to do this? My daughter's about to go into kindergarten, and I'm worried because there still is a lack of information, a lack of knowledge. There are many teachers and many just people in general who don't understand this disorder. They don't understand the challenges these kids go through, parents go through. So we need awareness. This is just one isolated incident of a child being abused. There's several. If you go on YouTube, I found one yesterday. If you go on YouTube, you can put in "teacher assaults autistic child," and you'll see a video that shows up where there's a teacher who actually slaps a child, fusses at him, pushes his chair, and then walks back to the podium. Just so happens that it was caught on video by a student aide that was in the class. Otherwise, nobody would have known because this child can't speak. It's scary. It's really scary. We need autism awareness. When you think about the fact that 1 in every 110 children are diagnosed with autism, autismspeaks.org, CDC, that information is on the website. When you think about the fact that every 20 minutes a new child is going to be diagnosed with autism, every 20 time we leave out of this class, 4 new children and 4 new parents will have a diagnosis of autism and have to walk through the same things that I walked through and the same things like this little boy, Alex. We need autism awareness. We need people to understand what this disorder is. We need people to understand it. Just so happens this is a perfect month for you to be able to do it. April is Autism Awareness Month. You have an opportunity to do a lot of different things this month. You have an opportunity to actually be informed yourself. Get information. Go to those websites. Get books. There's plenty of books being written about autism now. You can be informed. And through your information, you can help somebody else who doesn't know anything about this disorder, the challenges we face, the challenges these children face. You can help people understand that. A lot of activities are being done this month because of autism awareness. There are fundraising activities that are taking place, and it's to help generate money, to help people who are affected by this disorder, and to help with research, because we need answers. We don't have any. I told you before in my first speech, we don't know what causes autism, and we need to. By the time we go to bed tonight and wake up in the morning at this time, 72 new cases. When you think about those numbers, 1.5 million in America, just in America, this is a worldwide problem. It's not just America, it's worldwide. We need your help. A lot of times, parents are too busy dealing with the challenges that we have with our children to not have time to help other people understand. We need people to help us. These children need your help. These children who are being put in these positions and being assaulted, they need your help. So you can do things like sign up for organizations like AutismSpeaks.org or AmericanSociety.org. They actually have a really nice link on AmericanSociety.org that says vote for autism. If you can't do anything else, vote. You have that. You have the ability to do that. You can click on that link and it'll put a map on the screen, and you can click on your state and find out what kind of legislation is actually taking place in your state. You can do that. You can vote for things that will directly affect children like my daughter and the other 1.5 million. We need your help. If we all come together and start sharing awareness, what you know, make it known to people, then maybe we can find some answers. I hope today that I've encouraged you to do at least one thing. Find out something about autism.